Hi, I am Dhaval Surti. I have created this channel for sharing my pharmaceutical industrial experience. I have been working with the industry for more than 19 years and I have been mainly associated with the injectable manufacturing. So in my series of video about handling or facing or preparedness about the USFDA inspection or regulatory inspection such as MHRA, TGA, which is critical to our industry, with reference to readiness about warehouse. In this video I will be talking more about the warehouse readiness. So warehouse starts from the material receipt. So when you prepare your when you are getting ready, or you should be always ready for the inspection. So when you are preparing or making sure that everything is in place, we should first start with the material receipt area. So material receipt area, how it should be? First is there should be a control to prevent direct exposure in terms of external environment. So there should be one buffer area where you receive your material, and that area should not be directly exposed to your control area. So material receipt area should be locked when it is not required to open. Once it is required, you should open. There should be docking mechanism, so the incoming material, either maybe from the truck or any other mechanism, you can dock it, you can unload. So this area should have the facility to inspect the material, enough lighting, inspect the material then and there, clean the external surface of the received material. So whenever we are receiving material from the outside, it may have external dust, atmospheric contamination, insects also, if it is not properly handled during the transit. So we have to externally clean the material. This can be done by either wiping or through vacuum cleaners. So this wiping, vacuum cleaner, you can also sanitize with the 70% IPA or any other sanitizing solution if required. And here you should primarily inspect the material for the, as I said in my previous video, for the quantity, correct material, correct item code, correct vendor. So this is my incoming part. And the procedure, and this is most important, procedure for how to receive the material should be there into that area only. Procedure for receipt, procedure for that area cleaning. If you are using weighing balance there, then the balance should be calibrated. The procedure for calibration, operation of weighing balance should be there in that specific area. So this covers my receipt part of material. So once you receive, you have inspected, there should be a checklist which tells you what to check. I already said what we should check. And if there is any discrepancy within this, it should be escalated through an incident or deviation, whatever the system the company has adopted for abnormality documentation. Once the material is okay, then it has to be shifted to the quarantine area. Now coming to the quarantine area, it should be temperature controlled with respect to the requirement of the material specific temperature storage conditions. If it is room temperature like 20 to 25, then you have to put in that area. If it requires cold storage, then it has to go to the cold storage. If it requires freezing temperature -20, then it has to go to the -20 degree. If it is your packing material like vials, stoppers, seal, then it should go to that specific section of the storage. If it requires, like for example, stopper is requiring a special temperature condition, for example not more than 25, then you have to store the stopper in that specific condition. That quarantine area should be, if it is a temperature control, it should be qualified for the temperature control. The temperature monitoring should have been done when it is initially installed and at a certain frequency. Hot spots and cold spots within the storage area, temperature control storage area, should be identified through qualification, and it should be routinely monitored. So your sensor should be there at hot spot and cold spot to continuously monitor. You can have daily printout or you can have a trend, but of course if temperature goes out of limit, there should be an immediately alarm notification. Audio visual alarm should be there. It should be also recorded as a data, so that you will come to know when anything goes wrong during your storage, when you are not there, or when we have any abnormality. So this specifies the storage requirement. You should have enough lighting so that you can, when you are going for the dispensing, so you can clearly see the material, clearly see the labels, clearly read the labels. So enough lighting, ventilation, and where the requirement of humidity, it should there should be enough of the humidity, or humidity should be within limit. So these are the requirement for the storage areas. Now coming to the dispensing part of it, you should be dispensing as per your work order or material issuance order. You should check what AR number is there, what is the quantity, exact quantity should be dispensed. So, and there should be separate dispensing area. So materials should not be dispensed into the same area where it is stored. So for example, raw material is stored in the raw material store, but you cannot dispense raw material there. There should be separate dedicated dispensing area. Again, the same requirement of temperature, humidity, lighting, ventilation applies to that dispensing area also. If specific materials require specific temperature, humidity and lighting, it should be available into the dispensing area. Raw materials should be dispensed into the reverse laminar airflow. Why? Because it prevents the material spread into the surrounding area. And you must ensure cleaning of the raw material container before dispensing as well as after dispensing, so that if any traces of material on the external surface will not lead to cross contamination when you handle into the room, then when you go back and store into the raw material storage, if there is external particulates of raw material are there on the external surface of the container, it can contaminate the other products, other raw material containers, or within the raw material dispensing area. So you must ensure cleaning before and after discussing about the external surface of the raw material. So these are the few topics or points you must consider while you are working in the warehouse, in terms of daily readiness, in terms of regulatory compliance, and in terms of good business practices. Hope this helped. Thank you for watching my video. Be with me. If you like, you can subscribe my channel. I'll be preparing more such videos so that everyone can get benefit out of it, out of my experience. Thank you.